XRP. Binance banned? Are your XRP funds safe? XRP will move soon. Is Binance really banned? What could have been the reason for it? Moreover, what should you do about your funds now that it's banned? Watch the video until the end to get an idea about what you should or shouldn't do now that Binance is banned. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, we're gonna dive deep into what's going on with Binance and why was the crypto exchange banned. Like the video if it was any help to you regarding your crypto queries. Subscribe to the channel and don't forget to click the bell icon to stay updated. Without further ado, let's begin the video.
Want to win an iPhone 12, maybe a MacBook Pro? How about $500 cash? You decide. All you have to do is comment the secret hidden message somewhere in this video and leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel so we can keep affording these giveaways.
So, before we start the video, we would like to get your attention towards something important that we suggested a while back, which was that it was never a good idea to put your assets, especially if it's a large amount, into any exchange whatsoever. As you can see now, that financial watchdog has ordered the crypto exchange Binance to stop regulating in UK, which suggests that they have been banned in the UK. The main factor that leads to this is the regulation. As we have said from the start, the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit is not just hammering XRP, only rather they are going after the entire crypto space. If you've been following our videos, you would know that we have been warning you about this. If you have assets of any sort, we suggest you buy a ledger or buy a cold wallet. You have a lot of other options instead of just putting your assets on an exchange. If you put your assets on a cold wallet, the only person who has access to them is you. Right now, they have just banned Binance from the UK, but in the upcoming weeks or months, they're eventually going to start banning exchanges all over the world. Binance is going to have a huge problem coming their way only because they did not regulate their activities from the start. It is necessary to be careful with your assets and where you put them, since this is big news and is going to have a huge impact on all the crypto investors and holders. Consider this a warning. It happened in the UK and it surely is going to happen in other places. The official FCA statement published says, "No other entity in the Binance group holds any form of UK authorization, registration, or license to conduct regulated activity." As we have said before, all this is happening mainly because Binance did not get any regulatory framework or clearance to actually be able to buy or sell any tokens or anything. They should have been aware that if they're going to make transactions without getting any clearance or regulations, they're definitely going to get hammered or worse, get slapped with a lawsuit. Next up, we have Federal Reserve announced ISO 20022 specifications for initial launch of its FedNow MS services for instant payment. Now this, we suppose, is a very good news. They have just straightforwardly telling us that they're going to use XRP eventually. We can also find a few evidence that suggests it's possible in literally a day, because of which the price will go up instantly without you even expecting it, and that's what we all shall embrace ourselves for. The document published says, "The Federal Reserve today released message specifications for the initial launch of the FedNow service for instant payments, based on the standard set by the International Organization for Standardization, or ISO. The FedNow ISO 20022 specifications define the message flows and formats that the service will leverage when operational in 2023. The release of these specifications is an important step that allows financial institutions and other payment providers to begin preparing and developing solutions to support FedNow payments. They say that it's going to get operational in 2023, but according to our sources, we know that everything's ready and set in place. That's just how it works, guys. It also says that the Federal Reserve also collaborated with the clearinghouse to optimize compatibility between the two U.S. instant payment services, which are likely to have common users across the industry. In addition, the individual FedNow message flows and implementation guidelines were validated by the experts on the FedNow ISO 20022 working group and other industry participants. What we know is that Ripple is ISO 20022 compatible, hence they are going to use Ripple. The Bank of America is working with them, and the Federal Reserve is working with them, which is enough proof to clarify which technology they're going to use. Moving on, we have Mexico's third wealthiest man explaining why he believes that all fiat currencies are a fraud and how he wants to hold Bitcoin over the next 30 years. In a video, he says, "I've invested a lot of time studying Bitcoin, and I think it's an asset that should be part of every investor's portfolio. It is an asset that has value, international value that is traded with an enormous liquidity at a global level, and that is enough reason for it to be a part of every portfolio. Period." The finite supply of Bitcoin, the 21 million, is the key part. That's what I say about Ethereum. While they don't have a finite supply, I don't believe anything they do. For all I know, they emit more and your assets depreciate. He also said that fiat is a fraud. I started my career in 1981 when the Mexican peso was 20.1 US dollars, and today we are at 20,000.1. The fraud fiat is inherently fiat system, and we can see it today in the USA. This man is very successful, and he has earned a lot of wealth. They know what they are talking about, and you necessarily can't doubt their judgments. Saving your money in fiat is just a stupid decision that we suggest you do not make under any circumstances. It is better to buy gold, silver, or bitcoins whatsoever because the fiat currency is failing, and soon you'll see it happening. All fiat currencies are going to be useless in no time, so if you think that your paper money that is kept in the bank is safe, let us enlighten you. It's not. Don't be afraid to take risk because either way your wealth is in danger. Might as well take risk and increase it rather than playing it safe and losing all of it at some point in the future. We don't think that the official launch is going to be in November 2021, but we can see that they are preparing a lot of things like implementation, enhancement, etc. Moving on to the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit, they have another settlement coming up. As shown in a previous video, something huge is going to happen in the next 28 days. At this point, we see a lot of different things aligning with each other, making it more evident that something huge is coming. The continued growth and expanding partnership of virtual companies such as Ripple, which has the tendency to offer both a payment messaging platform to support cross-border money transfers, as well as virtual currency XRP, which can be used to effect settlement of those transfers, it is pretty straightforward to understand. The Bureau also believes that the expanding adoption of SWIFT GPI product or Ripple suite of products could similarly allow banks and credit unions to know the exact amount that recipients of remittance transfers will receive before they are sent. Another important talking point for today is if your bank is Basel III compliant. Ripple told us about this years ago. Basel III is almost implementing, which is making the gold prices touch the moon since there is a new implementation of a regulatory framework on the gold market disciplines, which also suggests that Ripple is backed by actual gold. Now, what Schwartz says about the XRP lawsuit is also interesting. The CTO said that everybody has been asking for some sort of policy or some sort of guidelines or way to figure out what's allowed and what's not, and they have just not offered any clarity. Ripple was willing to work with the SEC from the beginning, asking them how to do things, what next to do, and what to take a look at before selling XRP, but they just did not get any sort of help or a framework to follow from the beginning. Therefore, it is all laid out and makes sense that under no circumstances will Ripple lose this case. In an attempt to present the diversity of XRP's use case in the face of legal obstacles, the CTO also said, "Here, you don't have a distribution problem. You don't have people trying to figure out how to distribute the asset. You don't have selling pressure from people trying to pay their taxes when you give them the asset. It makes more sense to use an established digital asset. It's easier for people to monetize it. By choosing XRP, you can avoid the issue of multiplication of assets altogether," the exec added. So if Ripple is regulated and you have the XRP ledger, you can actually build currencies on it, use it as CBDCs, transfer wealth from one to in an easy way with the bridge asset XRP, which is the probable solution that we're waiting for. What we need to do now is grow the pie. Just remember that XRP is the future. At this point, it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't sell your XRP. Make it an option when it is $100 plus. We suggest you rather buy more than sell. By time, you'll see that you're going to get wealthy and have a huge amount of money. We suggest you do your own research before taking any big decision. We're here to provide you with the facts and figures that might help you with coming to a decision. We're confident that XRP will succeed because it has a purpose, which is relevant to the businesses and to the consumers everywhere. This is it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.